Hey there, good evening. We're out here and we have done a thing. The Bible says that a man cannot serve two masters, that he will either despise one and serve the other, but he cannot serve the two masters. So he's either going to serve the master of money or he's going to serve the master who is God. But you can't serve two. And then in the book of Proverbs it says, but the rich rule over the poor, and the lender becomes a slave. The lender becomes a slave. And what is a slave? A slave is a servant unto the master. And I've been really just overwhelmed with what to do with these verses, because I look at our culture here in America, and our culture is all about buying more on credit. How much and how good is my credit score? Well, how is a credit score determined? By how much you buy on credit and pay back on credit in a timely fashion. But by doing so, we are enslaving ourselves into the system that is designed to put us into poverty. How so, you say? Because you're paying anywhere at a good rate, 3%, upwards to 20% interest on a note. And by this, you are throwing away your hard-earned money, your hard-earned time. They say time is money. Well, every moment you spending on a 18 to 20% interest loan, you've slaved away hours and hours of your time just to pay back such interest. So what have I done to change the way I live, that I might become a model to others? Well, first of all, we had a mortgage payment on the upwards of $1,000 a month. It's okay to have a mortgage, right? To have a house and be proud of a house. 4-bedroom, 2-bath. I loved the house. But if I were to ask you a question, what kind of house could you buy today if you had to dig into your savings and go buy a house? What could you afford to buy? And this is a really humbling experience. What could you afford to buy? What kind of resources do you really have? Well, I could sit here and say, well, I live in a house that's almost $170,000. Oh man, it's so nice. It's big, pretty, got hardwood floors, crown molding, the works. It's absolutely beautiful. But by doing so, am I living the truth, or am I living the American lie, the American dream? Living a life on credit. Living a life on credit. Slaving away for someone else to become rich off of my hard-earned dime. So what have I done? Well, I dug into my savings, and I did something that you'll probably find to be foolish. And it's going to take a lot of work to make this our home. But I bought a $6,000 house, and it's right back here. And oh boy, does it need a lot of work. But this house is going to be our home. And we're going to create a self-sufficient place here for me and my family, with gardens and place for our chickens and animals. And it needs a lot of work. It's going to take weeks and to cut down all the brush, and it's going to take months to get the house leveled and the roof redid and the siding done, but it's going to be worth it because it's ours. We don't have to pay a mortgage anymore. So the money we were paying in the mortgage will pour into this place every month. No more are we going to be paying for an interest on this place. And so we're able to keep that money in interest and pour it back into the home and help to provide for our family. And And by doing this, we'll have more income. And what can we do with that more income? Well, it's not so that we become more rich or more prosperous, but it's so that we can go out and fulfill God's kingdom. So as you look at this house, this is a $6,000 house. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, this guy's nuts. It's nuts. But what do I see? I see freedom. I see freedom from becoming a slave to the master. Who's that master? The master is money. The Bible says the love of all money is the root of all evil. In America, we got a problem with loving money, loving our possessions, loving the things that we have. Now, I could go show you my other house, but what would that do for you? That would show you what I had through a bank. We're going to sell that house. We're going to take the equity out of that. We're going to pour it into this place. And I'm going to give y'all posts and updates as we work on this place and how we bring it back to life. A lot of this will look a whole lot better once I get in here and I mow the place and I cut down a lot of this brush and just clean it up. A lot of it will look a lot better, but man, it's just got so much potential. You probably don't see it, but I do. I see nothing but potential right here. So I hope y'all like and subscribe to my videos. This is the first of many as I renovate this place, fix it up, and we're going to do this so that we can hold on to our resources that God has been so good to give to us, so that we can pour back into the kingdom, so we can be free from the debt of the system, of the American dream, which is not really a dream, but it's really a nightmare if you look at it. Many people are just 1 to 2 paychecks away from living on the street because they have enslaved themselves to debt. So just think about that. Think about what I've just said. Think about the American dream. Is it worth it? Or should we really be self-sufficient? God bless you.